Hello YouTube, my name is Alston and today I am going to walk you step by step on how to get started blogging. Before we get started, make sure that you hit like and subscribe. If this video or any other video brings you valuable information that you use, apply, and share. Alright, so let's get started. As I mentioned, this video is going to provide a step-by-step guide on how to get started blogging. Basically the steps are, and I'll explain in greater detail, first thing you want to do is you want to find a niche or niche. The next thing you want to do is find and purchase a domain name. Once you have that domain name, you want to make sure that you find and set up web hosting. Next, you want to decide on if you're going to use a website builder or content management system, or if you're actually going to build out the website yourself. I actually recommend if you're blogging, if you're just getting started with blogging, to use a website builder or content management system, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. Install the necessary plugins, do the keyword research, measure the competition based on the keyword research, then you get to start writing. Once you're done writing, you find an image for your featured image. It can be your own image, or it can be an image that you find online that is free and available to use. And then finally you hit publish. All right, so let's get started. The first thing that we're going to do today is we are going to find a niche. And if you checked out any of my other videos, I actually have a video on 6 ideas for beginner bloggers to help find a niche or niche. So basically what we're going to do is we're just going to use Google Trends quickly to help us determine what is a good niche for us to use. So I'm just going to type in a topic, let's say pets. It's a pretty big one. And determine if this is a decent topic to write on. You want to look for a few things. You want to look and make sure that things are people are searching on it for Google. One thing I like to do is I like to switch to the past 5 years to kind of see the trend. Is the trend going up? Is it going down? It looks like it's pretty stagnant. I wonder what happened in July of 2016 where it spiked like that. But we're actually going to look at 2004 to present. Okay, it looks like there's another major spike. Let's see, 2009, 2016. So about every 7 years. So it looks like it's pretty constant. So let's decide we're going to write about pets. If we wanted to, we could actually go down and try and find related queries that could quite possibly offer a little bit more to write on, but we're just going to write on pets in general. Now that we have our topic, let's head over and find a domain name. So I'm just going to go to this site here. It is instantdomainsearch.com. I'm not an affiliate for them. Basically what I'll do is I want to find a domain name based on my topic, and so my topic is going to be pets, so I'm just going to type in pets. As we can see, pets.com is obviously taken, but here are some of the other ideas that you could possibly use. So we could use petsonline.com, anything really. You want to make sure that you're using a .com. You want to stay away from a .business, biz, org, global, any of those. So let's say we want to do petsonline.com. The next thing you want to do is you need web hosting. Web hosting is where your files, your documents, your audio and your video and your images are stored online. They're stored in a server. A server can either be physical or it can be a cloud-based server. For our purposes, we would prefer a cloud-based server, but it doesn't really matter too much right now. So basically what we do is we go out and find a hosting provider. For example, this website here, Remote Web Services, they are a hosting provider. They can also help you register a domain name. What you could do is you could actually start off with the lowest plan, and then as your traffic increases, you could actually add or upgrade your service. So you could really use just about any domain, any hosting platform, as long as they are credible and they meet your needs and your pricing. So what we would do then is we would take wrong in there. So we are going to take Pets Online, and we just want to verify that here at this website. We'll say petsonline.com. Right. So it says petsonline.com is unavailable. Pets, 2 S's. Pets Online. So let's try that. All right, so then what we would do is we would just add this to the cart, and then we could go to checkout. We would add our hosting here. Let's say we start off with the smallest package, and we can upgrade later. Then we are going to use the domain that we have in our shopping cart, pets.com, so we'll use that. Then what we can do is we could have someone build the website for us, but actually we're going to do the work ourselves. And then we're going to select 1 year. So once we do that, $59.99 for the web hosting, click continue. And then what I actually recommend is setting up the DNS management and the ID protection. Click continue. And then for $85.87 for 1 year, we have web hosting and we have our domain name. So once we have that, we would just go in through the client portal, the client area, and we would navigate to our website. At this point, we need to decide what we're going to use. Are we going to use a content management system like Wix or WordPress or Squarespace? Are we going to build it ourselves? If you are not a web developer, if you're not a software developer, I recommend using a content management system or service, just so that you're not spending time building your website. You want to focus your time on creating content, creating good content. In fact, even if you are building the website yourself, I recommend that you still use a content management service. In fact, what I'd actually recommend is using WordPress. WordPress originally started off as a place for blogs and bloggers to write and create content. Over time, it has grown to something much larger than that. You can do e-commerce, you can buy and sell products through WordPress, you can do all sorts of things. But if you are starting a blog, definitely start off with WordPress. It'll make your life much easier. The nice thing about WordPress is there are different types of themes. So themes are basically how your website looks and feels, and some of the different things that you can do with the website. You can start off with a free theme. The free theme is going to have very basic functionality. It will work for your website. But if you can invest in a premium theme, the premium themes usually have additional features. Maybe they're a little bit faster, they're a little bit lighter. Maybe they have like a slider, like Revolution slider, where the graphics change, they scroll automatically. That's something that you may want to invest in later on down the road once you start seeing a return on your investment. Another nice thing about WordPress is it is mobile friendly. It's SEO friendly, custom design, secure by default. It's maintained. They just came out with WordPress like 5.2 not too long ago. People are continuously working to maintain it. WordPress itself is free, but when you come to the premium themes and plugins, that can be an additional cost. So just know that going forward. Now, as I mentioned, once you have decided on your hosting, your domain name, and your niche, you want to start looking at free or premium themes. You decide. I actually like ThemeForest. For finding premium themes. You can find a premium theme in just about any niche to serve just about any purpose. So what you could do is you could type in blog, and then we'll just filter it by WordPress. And these are all of the different types of blog themes that are out there. We could even do bestsellers, and these are all of the different themes that are available. Personally, I use Xtheme for a lot of my blogs. You don't have to, but it is used by over 200,000 different websites at one point. So you have your domain name, you have your niche, you have web hosting, you have decided if you're going with a premium theme or a free one. Now you need to decide on plugins. Plugins are basically additional features that are added to your theme. There are free plugins, and then there are paid plugins. What I personally recommend is to not use too many plugins, because the number of plugins that you have can have an impact on your site speed, your site functionality. Some plugins will conflict with each other. You want to use, I would say probably to start, 5 or less themes. You probably want a theme to help with your page caching. You definitely want a theme. You want a plugin to help with your page caching so that your page loads faster. You probably want an SEO theme. There are a few out there that are pretty good. I personally use a share theme. That's not something you have to have right away. So like share on Facebook and Twitter and all of those things. And then you want to probably have like an image theme, something that will compress or condense your images, just so that you, again, we're thinking about page speed and we're thinking about making sure your website doesn't grow too large. So now that we have all of the technical stuff out of the way, now it's time to actually start thinking about putting content on our blog. And to do that, we do a little bit of keyword research. There are a number of free ways that you can do it. You can do things like answer the public. You can use Google. There are just tons of opportunities out there to help you, or premium things that you could purchase, like Ahrefs is one that people talk about a lot to find keywords. And so basically what we're going to do is we're going to try Google. So our keyword is pets. We're going to do a niche in pets. You type that in, and these are all of the different results. So it's probably going to be pretty difficult to compete with some of these name brands here like petfinder.com and all of these other Wikipedia. What you may want to do, and this is actually a plugin called Keywords Everywhere. I think this is a plugin called Keywords Everywhere that have recommended searches or searches that people have also tried. So we're just going to try one of these. We're going to do, let's try types of pets. So these are all the different types of pets that you may want to write down. So let's say we do a little keyword research. Actually, let's do this. What are the different types of pets? Let's say we want to write on that. We click on where the different types of pets, and we see animalworld.com has a complete list of the different pets that are out there. What you probably could do is you could probably try and compete, or you write helpful content to outrank this. I probably wouldn't, because it seems like it would be a tough thing to write on, especially initially. But we've done some research. We find a bunch of topics that we want to write about. The next thing you want to do is sit down and write. All right, so here I am. I am in what's called the back office or back end of my WordPress site. On the left-hand side, we have posts, media, YouTube free, pages, testimonials, and so on. We also have, so let's actually spend a few minutes talking about some of these things. Posts is actually where you are going to write your posts. You could also write them in Microsoft Word or a text editor and copy and paste them. Media is where your pictures and audio and video are stored. YouTube free is a free plugin. Pages is similar to posts, but if you are writing blogs, you want to make sure that you're doing posts and not pages. Testimonials actually came with the premium theme. Comments is if someone leaves a comment on your blog. Contact is for the Contact Us page. Let's go down to resumes is a free theme. Let's go down to plugins. So plugins, as I referenced earlier, plugins are where you can add additional functionality to your site. You want to make sure that you always have your plugins up to date. Not having plugins up to date can have a negative effect on your website. It's a security hole or a security issue, but we can talk about that a little bit later. So let's go and create a new post. To create a new post, you just simply hover over post and go add new. And then once that loads up, you want to give your blog post a title, and you want to title it around your keyword. So our keyword or phrases were types of pets. You may want to do something like 10 types of pets you never heard of. It's probably not a great title, but it's something catchy that could potentially catch someone's eyes. So now that we have our heading, You want to make sure that you are writing content that's helpful and then that is about the topic. So you may want to do a list of 10 and then do a little bit of background or description of that pet and why you've never heard of it. So once you've done writing, so you can just, what I would do is the 10 should be your headers. So 1, the blue-haired goat dog. That's going to be one type of pet. So what we need to do is we need to make this a heading. And to do that, you just simply go here and then you can actually change the type of content it is. I recommend doing this versus trying to learn the HTML. You can learn the HTML if you want to, but this is much easier for someone that's beginner. So now that we have the title, we just hit enter and we can start typing. This is the blue-haired goat dog, and so on. So you want to make sure that you provide tons of helpful content, and then once you're done, add a featured image. What I like to do is either use my own images, or I like to find free images on websites like Unsplash or Canva. And to do that, it's actually pretty easy. I'm on Unsplash. It is a site that has free photos for everyone. I'm just going to type in pets. Actually, let me type in dogs, and then here are a number of different dog animal pictures that you can use. Once you find one, you could actually just click download it, and then you can go back and upload it as a featured image. So to do that, you just hover over here, go to featured image, and then click set featured image. What you will need to do, because it's not already on your website, you'll need to click upload files, and then you'll need to upload wherever you downloaded this picture from. So most likely when you download a picture, it goes to your downloads file. You'll probably need to resize this image, and you can do that at a number of different websites. If you have a Mac, you can actually do it right in the Mac itself, but there are a number of different ways to do that. Once you have resized the image to meet the theme's specifications, you just go to upload, select files, and then you can upload it wherever it has been downloaded to. So once you've done all of that, you have the helpful content, you have the featured image. You may want to actually add a few more different images in the blog itself, just to help the readers apparently like that. And once you are all done, actually before you're all done, as you are typing, one thing that I actually recommend, if you're using Chrome, to find the extension called Grammarly. Grammarly is an extension that basically does grammar, spelling, and punctuation for websites. So it's like this underline here. It will live update and check your website for grammar, spelling, and punctuation. So definitely add that extension if you are using Chrome. I don't know if they have one for the other web browsers out there, but once you've done all of that, you want to hit publish. We'll hit publish again. And so you have published your first blog. It is that simple. It seemed like a lot. It really isn't once you get the hang of it. The most difficult part that you'll probably have is probably doing some of the front end stuff, like finding the hosting and the domain name. Domain names can be a little challenging, but once you get past the first hour of it, which is doing the domain name and the hosting and getting your theme and all of that stuff, once you get past that first hour and you get to actually writing the content, blogging becomes very, very easy. Now, if this still seems pretty confusing and pretty challenging, I have included a link in the description to a course that will walk you through the steps. There are 60 steps where they really hold your hand. They say, well, go find a niche, go purchase domain name. There are 60 steps that you actually check off on your way to becoming a experienced blogger. It's called Income School. Project 24 is the actual name of the course. It's 24 months to replace your full-time income. So if you follow the steps and you mark the steps completed after you do them, it's very possible that you could replace your full-time income and have passive income following the Project 24 method. And like I said, I'll leave a link in the description. It is an affiliate link, but definitely check it out, see if it's for you. I'll also leave a link in the description to some of the tools that I use to help me blog, because I'm not a professional blogger. I'm just some guy that has made a lot of errors along the way and is learning and want to pass those on so that you don't make those same errors. But these are the steps to start blogging if you are a complete beginner. Before I let you go, make sure that you like and subscribe, and check out some of my other videos where I talk about blogging and blogging for beginners, and check out Project 24. So once again, this is Alston with the step-by-step guide on how to get started blogging. Thanks for watching, and we will see you soon.